Two guardians stand between a diving predator and four helpless pups. There is nowhere else to retreat. Far away, six hunters suddenly abandon their meal. Can the pack return before the next attack? Earlier that morning, this dry Asian forest seemed calm, open, and almost deceptively peaceful. This is a dhole pack, a highly social group whose survival depends heavily on cooperation. Dholes are famous for high-pitched whistles that help pack members remain in contact through dense vegetation. Even during quiet moments, adults remain alert to movement, scent, and sound around the den. Social contact helps reinforce relationships that become critical when the pack later needs to act together. Young dholes depend on extensive adult care, making every successful hunt an investment in the pack's future. For a predator, information comes before movement: scent, sound, wind direction, and the behavior of other animals. Six adults leave to hunt. Two remain behind with the pups, dividing the pack between two very different responsibilities. From this moment on, the safety of the pack depends on what happens in two separate parts of the forest. The hunting group moves quickly, but speed alone will not find prey hidden across this open woodland. A sensitive nose can reveal information invisible to us: where another animal passed and how recently. Ahead stands a sambar deer, far larger than any single dhole and already alert to danger. Once the deer commits to flight, cooperation becomes the hunter's greatest advantage. The chase is not simply a contest of maximum speed. Endurance and coordination can matter just as much. Pressure from more than one direction can force prey to change course, costing valuable energy. Every sudden turn makes escape more expensive, especially for an animal carrying far greater body mass. Pack hunting allows individuals to shift position while the group continues applying pressure. As the pursuit continues, the energetic cost of carrying a large body begins to become visible. Eventually, persistence and numbers can overcome an animal that no single dhole could easily subdue alone. For the pack, the reward represents more than one meal. It supports adults, pups, and the entire social group. Even while feeding, vigilance remains important. A successful hunt does not make the forest suddenly safe. For a moment, the hunters can recover the energy spent during the chase. None of the hunters can see what is beginning to unfold back at the den. Back at the den, The reason for that distant sound is already taking shape. At the den, the afternoon still appears uneventful, and the pups remain absorbed in play. A large eagle circles overhead, using height and exceptional vision to inspect the open ground below. From above, the pups are small, exposed, and separated from the protection of the hunting group. The first warning is not a cry or a scent, but a moving shadow across the ground. Both adults recognize the change immediately. Their relaxed posture disappears. The bird loses altitude, and the guardians now have only seconds to move the pups toward cover. The circling ends. The eagle commits to a rapid descent. Instead of retreating into the den, both adults hold the open ground in front of it. The first approach meets two adults instead of an exposed pup. A piercing call carries beyond the den, turning sound into the only connection with the absent hunters. This time, the distant signal is clear enough to trigger an immediate response. Food is abandoned instantly. Whatever remains at the clearing is now less important than the den. Again, the adults force the bird to abandon a clean approach. The den is finally close enough to see, but the outcome is still hidden beyond the trees. Then the forest edge erupts with movement. The hunting group has returned. 8 adults now occupy the space that only 2 had defended moments earlier. With the opportunity gone, the eagle abandons the approach and drifts away from the den. Only after the silhouette recedes do the adults begin to release their defensive posture. With the danger gone, defensive tension gives way almost immediately to social contact. Adults can bring food back to younger pack members, extending the success of a hunt far beyond the kill site. For the pups, food and protection come from the same source, the collective effort of the pack. As evening approaches, the whistles return, signals that help keep this social world connected. For Dholes, strength is not only measured by teeth or speed. Much of it exists in cooperation. Their story is inseparable from the forests, prey populations, den sites, and ecological relationships that sustain them.